Hello, grade 8 learners. Good morning to all of you. Welcome to our FB Live streaming in Science 8. Last meeting, you learned matter and its properties and end up knowing that matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Today, you can learn even more about the topic as we talk about changes in matter. Here are the following objectives for today's lesson. First, we should be able to define change. Second, we should be able to differentiate physical change and chemical change. And lastly, we need to be able to identify change as either physical or chemical. Now, let us begin with things that really matter. Happy learning, everyone! Here is the quote for this day. The only constant in life is change, by Heraclitus. Do you agree with this, class? We all face changes every day, whether it is a simple change in the weather, our schedule, expected change of seasons, or even our lesson. Change affects us all, and each of us deal with change differently. This is the only guarantee to happen in life. Do you wonder what change is? And how it affects property and nature of matter? Change is the act of transforming a substance. It is an event or happening and not a trait. It is something that involves a condition before and after it happens. And more importantly, it can be physical change or chemical change. Now, let me test your prior knowledge on changes in matter. Let us do think and tell. With each picture, think about and tell the type of change that took place on the properties of a given matter. Type your answers by sharing it on our comment section. You will be given 10 seconds to do it. Are you now ready? So let's begin. For our first picture, shredding. Does it involve physical or chemical change? Timer starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is physical change. Did you get it right? Very good. Then, let's have another one. Our next picture is combustion. Is it a physical change or a chemical change? Think your answer in 10 seconds. Timer starts now. Timer stops. The correct answer is chemical change. Great job, learners! Let's keep it going. How about this one? Melting. Observe the changes on its property class. Think and tell, go! Great! It is physical change. Try this one, rotting. Think and tell again. Time's up. Very good. It is a chemical change. Next picture is chopping. See how matter changes. Timer starts now. Time's up! If your answer is physical change, then you are correct. How about this one? Rusting. Is it physical or chemical change? Timer starts now. Time's up! Very good! It is chemical change. Next picture is this. Boiling water. Is it physical or chemical change? Go! Okay, time's up. Exactly correct. It is physical change. And our last picture is digestion. What do you think? Is it physical or chemical change? Timer starts now. Time's up. Very good. It is chemical change. After knowing those things in our discussion, I know that you have now your idea what would be the two types of changes in matter. Guess what? Exactly correct. They are physical change and chemical change. In order to understand those terminologies, let us discuss first the definition of physical change. What do we mean by physical change? First, it is a change that affects one or more physical properties of a substance. And it does not alter or do not change the chemical composition or identity of the substance, only the form. To further understand our lesson about physical change, here are some examples that you need to write down. We have melting ice, stirring paper, and mixing a mixture. Example of that is sorting. Cutting woods or paper. Making a mixture. Example, sugar and water. Stretching rubber band. And boiling water. It is a change in state or phase. Easy to learn, right, class? Now, I know you are ready to understand chemical change. Am I right? So what are we waiting for? Let's start! Chemical change is the process when one or more substances change into entirely new substances with different properties. Also, chemical change occurs when a substance's identity changes because the chemical makeup changes. We could also know if it is chemical change if the bonds get rearranged and or new bonds form. Another is chemical change influenced by temperature. At higher temperatures, chemical reactions happen more quickly. If physical change has its own examples, chemical change has also its examples. We have here burning of woods or paper, digesting food, rotting, iron reacting with oxygen gas, rusty car, and battery. Now, can you distinguish the difference between them? Of course, you know the answer, but my question here is, how can you tell a chemical change has happened? There are signs in order to find the answer, and it has something to do with the following. First, sign is the odors which can be produced during a chemical change. Second sign is fizzing and foaming. May mean gases are being produced. Next sign is the production of gas, which is often evidence of a chemical change. Followed by boiling, which can produce gas bubbles, but boiling is a physical change. Take note of this class. It is significant for you to know about these signs. Next signs is having a precipitate, which is a solid formed from liquids. This sign is the formation of a precipitate that can indicate a chemical change. Another sign is the energy that changes from one form to another, which can be evidence of a chemical change. And last sign is the changes in temperature and color, which also can be signs of a chemical change. I hope that these signs will help you to know if the event is in physical or chemical change. For more understanding about these two types of changes in matter, I have here a comparison table which can be helpful in your studies about physical and chemical changes. For physical change, no new substance or product is formed. While in chemical change, always new substances or products are formed. In physical change, it brings a change in physical properties of matter only like shape, size, etc. Example of this is melting of wax or candle. While in chemical change, it causes of chemical properties of matter or substance only. Burning of wax is the example. Another in physical change, it is a reversible change that can be reversed easily. For example, ice into vapors. While in chemical change is an irreversible change that cannot be reversed. For example is cooking, baking, and burning. In physical change, it cannot produce energy during the process. While in chemical change, it produces energy during the process in terms of heat, sound, and light. Next, in physical change, it is a temporary change. While in chemical change, it is a permanent change. Another in physical change, the substantial identity retained in this process. While in chemical change, it is because of the irreversible process that the substantial property cannot be retained in this process. Lastly, in physical change, the composition of matter does not change. While in chemical change, the composition of matter completely changed. Knowing those differences between physical change and chemical change is one way to know how important changes in matter. Now, as your teacher this morning, I would like to check your understanding. It is very easy class. All you have to do is to put check on the table whether the things that I am presenting occur in physical change or chemical change. Are you ready? Let's start. I have here melting cheese, burning wood, milk soaring, wadding up paper, and bicycle rusting. I will give you 20 seconds to answer. Are you ready? Go! Time's up! Let us check now your answer. If you got all the correct answer, for melting cheese, it is physical change. For burning wood, it is chemical change. For milk soaring, this is a chemical change. For wadding up paper, it is physical change. And lastly, bicycle rusting is a chemical change. Congratulations to all of you, class! I know most of you got the highest score. Now, we will proceed to the question and answer portion. I prepared here questions for you. All you have to do is to answer it and type your answer in the comment section. How can you tell if there has been a chemical change? You can tell if there has been a chemical change if there is a color change, bubbling, or fizzing, or which means gas release. Light, smoke, or heat, you have a chemical change. Which of the following is a common sign that a chemical change has occurred? Correct. It should be letter D. A chemical has turned a different color. Third question. A physical change occurs when A. Both the appearance of a substance and its identity change. B. The appearance of a substance changes but its identity does not. C. The identity of a substance changes but its appearance does not. Or letter D. Neither the appearance of a substance nor its identity changes. You are correct. It should be letter B. Fourth question. Two solutions are added together and the new solution becomes hot. This tells you that A. A gas is being produced. B. The solutions are not soluble. C. The physical properties are the same. Or letter D. A chemical change is taking place. If your answer is letter D, then you are correct. A chemical change is taking place. Last question is this. When silver metal comes in contact with sulfur, silver sulfide forms and the silver appears darker. This is A. Change of form. B. Chemical change. C. Change of state. Or letter D. Physical change. Very good. The correct answer would be letter B, chemical change. Okay? So much for that class. I hope you learned a lot about two types of changes in matter. So that's all for today. Goodbye, thank you, and God has blessed us all. Do not forget also to like, share, and subscribe my channel. Click the subscription button and may pranks. So if you want to laugh, just watch my pranks. And also, hindi lamang yan, ginawa ko po itong video. It is because for this reason. Next one is study and meditate the genuine gospel. So let us spread the gospel of Christ in this mid of crisis. So do not forget again to subscribe my channel Poly TV or Teacher Poly TV.